There we go. Twitter did not want to post for whatever reason. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to fix this first. How about we do this real quick? Remove, yeah. General game. What? It is? Well, hold on. Fine. General game. Sparse. Call it that. Sure. Okay. So it should catch this now. Maybe. Yeah, okay. Let me just drag you down where you're supposed to be. And nope, not quite like that. No. Okay. Well, that'll do for now. And like so. Okay, now. Come on. Nope. Okay, you know what? There it goes. Okay, that's fine. That'll do. Hello. I haven't played this game on this channel before, but I have played it back on VStream. I have hardly gotten any of the way through it, and I said I was going to play more of it. So, here we are. Alright, let me just check. 1, 2, oh wait, so these are ones I've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's at least 15 more levels for us to beat. So, okay, base after base after base after base. Let's go. Let me actually turn the volume up on my end at least. Here we go. Good start. Alright, wasn't I gonna do the practice first? I think I was. Okay, that's right. Usually I'll do... Oops. I forget how to do practice. This button. Yes, okay. So here's the practice mode. Oops. 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 Whole lot of this stream. Okay. 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 Cool. Oop, didn't need to jump there. Good to know. Right. Whoops. Nope. Okay. All right. You do have to hit it again. You can't just hold it there. Okay. Frick. Ooh, this is tricky. Okay. Don't jump on the... Oh, don't jump on the top. Okay. Don't jump on the top one. Oh, that works. Not really what I intended, but... Oh, God. Alright, gotta jump over those. There we go. Okay. Yes, this is... What? What? Ah! Okay. Oh. Alright, the reverse gravity thing. Yeah. Forgot that's a thing. Ah. Oh, no, just let it. Oh, no, you do need to jump there. Not there, though. Okay, jump, don't jump. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Okay. But, nope. Also, excuse me, I have a little bit of a cough tonight for whatever reason. No idea what's causing it, but I don't feel sick otherwise, so I'm not terribly worried. Did happen the other day as well, when I was at the comic store playing Pokemon. It's actually after the tournament, so at least there's that, but yeah, I just got hit a little bit with just a cough, just a little tickle in the throat. Then it went away eventually, so I'm hoping it will be the same here, especially since I also need to record tonight, and that would be unfortunate to have to record with a cough. Ah, frick. 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 Okay. Okay. It doesn't seem like that's terribly difficult. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure it will be difficult. It's just, there's nothing terribly complicated about it. Yeah, you see? You see? Now we get to listen to the actual song. Oh, okay. Here we go. I have to wonder if a certain mod of mine is going to show up, given what I'm playing. Ow. I happen to know this mod is a fan of this game. So, you know, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bait him into watching so that, you know, it's another viewer. You know, that's, yeah, this is my sinister plan. Nah, I just have been saying that I'll play this game again, and I couldn't think of anything else I'd rather stream, so it's like, alright, might as well. Alright. Ah, frick. And frick. Hip. Ah, okay. Kinda, I'm not gonna lie, one of the reasons I was kind of avoiding playing this game before is the game itself doesn't really give you much to talk about. Because it's more or less just doing the same thing over and over till you get it right. Which is, I mean, you can kind of describe all video games, but it's more repetitive than some, I would say. So, a lot of the time with this game, or in my past experiences streaming this game, I have felt the need to just talk about whatever, tangent as they like to call it. And the thing is, I'm not always, I don't always feel like I have the, what's the, okay, there's a term, I don't remember where I got it from, but it was mainly supposed to refer to artists and their inspiration, their levels of inspiration, I guess. Fuel. There's this idea, at least in the art world, I guess, that you can't just be making things all the time. If that's all you're doing with your life, then eventually you will run out of inspiration to make things, right? Because your entire life will just be making things, and life is what inspires art. So, I'm not going to claim that I'm making art here, but I actually feel similarly about streaming and Let's Playing and that sort of thing. And I think tangenting requires significantly more fuel than just reacting to what's happening in the game. And so, yeah, some days, or a lot of the time, I don't feel like I have enough fuel for a game like this that doesn't really give you much to react to. Aside from, yeah, just plain failure. And good music as well, but your own failure, I mean. Ow. Yep. Yeah, so that's kind of one reason why I don't stream this game more, is because I feel to be a properly entertaining streamer, to be worthwhile to watch, I feel like I need to have that fuel. And I already use a lot of fuel just with my YouTube stuff and streaming normally, so weirdly, I guess, in a way, this game is slightly higher maintenance than other games. You could put it that way, I think. Like Tears of the Kingdom, for instance, which is another game I considered streaming today. Right? Tears of the Kingdom gives you, new situations that will arise, right? Things that you can just, that will catch you off guard, things that will things that are unique, whereas this, not as much. I mean, this game is unique, but it is one of those things, like, it's like pretty much any rhythm game where the surprises only really come when you directly make progress. And you're not guaranteed to make progress every attempt. So that is where I must have the fuel. Because, yeah, I personally believe that there are multiple ways to be a good streamer, but generally, if you want to entertain somebody, you're either going to entertain them with what's happening in the moment, or you're going to tell them a story. So that's kind of what I strive to do in both my Let's Plays and my... Whoa. A little hitch in the frames there, that's fine. In both my Let's Plays and my streams. So, yeah. That's just kind of the explanation as to why I haven't played more of this game. I mean, to put it probably as simply as possible, I would argue this game is hard to stream. Because yeah, you just need to. It doesn't give you much to work with, I feel. And of course, that's not really an issue, I feel, for people who are very much into this particular game. But for more general audiences, I think it's not quite ideal, you know? But I'm absolutely willing to stream it today, just because I felt like it, honestly. You know? Nothing else sounded better, so. Okay. Yeah, I mentioned earlier I was at a tournament for the Pokemon trading card game. That is, you know, another one of them local tournaments that I tend to go to. And this one, I did better than I've ever done. I got third, which is neat. This is the first time I've actually used a deck that I would consider to be good, but I mean, okay, my poison deck is, like, decent, I would say. It can win, but I don't think it's exceptionally good. Although it might be good against Ancient Box. Might have to try that out. But yeah, I was using Charabug, which, if you've watched my Pokemon TCG streams, you might recognize that name. That's the Charizard deck with Mew and Iron Moth. Yeah, I was using that IRL. And yeah, it worked pretty well for me. I think there was one match where I goofed up one of the games, and I feel like that actually may have, if I hadn't, I may have actually ended up with going 3-0, but 2-1 ain't bad, honestly. There we go. That was close. Ah, shoot. Okay. So yeah, that's what I was doing this weekend. At least for that part of this weekend, and then of course I stuck around for improv after, which is always a good time. Relatively small crowd this last time, but we still had fun, so, and trained our improv skills. Yeah, I don't know if I've said this on stream before, but I've found that when it comes to improv, probably the most useful skill to have is to just get used to making a fool of yourself. Right? I think I've put it as finding comfort in discomfort before. Because yeah, you're gonna look like an idiot, and people are going to laugh at you. But that's kind of the point. So you just gotta get comfortable with it, you know? So that is something I've more or less done. Granted, it's easier to do it with, you know, a group of people you consider friends than it is to do in front of, say, a live audience. But I haven't needed to cross that bridge yet, so not gonna worry about it. I did learn somewhat recently that apparently the improv group that I've been hanging out with does actually do improv shows every once in a while, so that would be interesting. And it's not an idea I'm directly opposed to, you know. The guy in charge is like, well, yeah, if we can get, you know, a consistent crew together for that sort of thing, then you know, we could do it more often. It's like, okay, maybe. Right? And they were talking talking about maybe like a stipend for us actors to pay for our gas, so that's cool. But I do like performing, if you couldn't tell by my streaming. Yeah, it tends to feel rewarding, you know, in my experience. Frick. So yeah, it's a lot of what I'm doing right now, aside from waiting on the government to do things. Namely, there's a job I've been trying to get, and it's one I've kind of already been doing, but I am now trying to get paid for it. No, it's not streaming, although that is also true. I am trying to get paid for this as well, and Let's Playing and that sort of thing. But that's not what I'm referring to. You know, I've made it known that I live with my grandpa before, and you know, I do stuff for him, like I take him to doctor's appointments and get groceries and stuff. So apparently, this is something I learned a while back, you can get paid for that. So that's kind of what I've been working on, and as far as I know, I've completed all the steps I needed to complete before I can start getting paid. But I guess now I'm just waiting on... Basically, I'm just waiting on them to tell me, like, okay, you can start plugging in hours into the site. It's like, cool. Always that one. Yeah, and I'm not trying to pity bait or anything, but funds are getting a little tight, so I'm kinda hoping they come through soon here, because I've only got so many stocks left to sell. There we go. Okay, we got a little further this time. Okay. You know what? Maybe I should have... I guess I can do that after this run. Gonna say maybe I should put like a first playthrough tag on this stream, because this is my first playthrough of the game. And maybe maybe people would be more interested if they knew that's what I was doing. Shit, got to jump after that too. Oh, well, I guess I'll try it next attempt. Too bad my mod isn't here to do it for me. No, kidding. He's probably sleeping, I would guess. I think I talked about it the other stream too. I am considering changing my stream time, since this is not a convenient time for a lot of people in my time zone. I am going to real quick just add that tag. First play through. There we go. Okay. That should maybe get people's interest. I don't know how this shiz works. Clearly. Okay. Here we go. And we're back to this. Yeah, so that's more or less all that's happened recently. I guess that's not entirely true. I did play D&D, and by play I mean I was the dungeon master for a session. We finally got the session together. That was a bunch of my family members plus a couple friends. And wow, actually, I was quite surprised at how well they handled things and how smoothly things went once we actually started going. You know, actually playing the game and not just trying to figure out technical difficulties. Yeah, no, they, it was like, alright, so because this isn't streamed, I'm only going to, I can only kind of relay verbally what happened. So, I start them out on the path, right? They've been traveling for weeks, and now they've made it to the ruins of Irelise. Which, by the way, that's a title drop. That's the name of the campaign. And they see a couple of dwarves. You know, they're got pickaxes in hand, look pretty friendly. The dwarves wave them down. And they're like, oh yeah, we just finished clearing out this path, and the party asks their questions, which all made sense. Which is not always a luxury you get with players in D&D. Yeah, they just ask some general information about what's going on down there. They learn that the old king of Irelise might have been a necromancer, but probably not. And then, which, you know, caught the paladin's attention. And then they kind of went on in. Our resident dwarf scholar. Scholar is a homebrew class I made, by the way. I don't remember if I've ever talked about it on stream, but yes, it's a homebrew class I made. Inspired by the Blue Mage from the Final Fantasy games. The idea is kind of just pick features as you level up. It's a little more complicated than that, but you study things, and then from those you get a list of features that you can pick when you level up. That's the idea. Yep, the scholar walks in, everyone else falls behind. They walk in a ways, and they find some supplies that the dwarves had mentioned they had left for adventurers delving deeper into the caves. And because the thing, I guess one thing I haven't explained is Irelise, what happened to Irelise is it was crushed by a giant stone creature known as the Colossus. So that was about 500 years ago. And so some of it ended up underground, as you might expect. Because, yeah, the Colossus literally just stepped on the entire town, or entire city. Because it was the capital city of Auralia. So yeah, the party goes in, and they get some extra supplies, which, you know, they were thankful for. I'm glad. And then they hear some chittering, you know, a little bit of some noise, like a type of thing. And here's the part that kind of really surprised me. They didn't, you know, continue blindly walking towards it, because, you know, the cave is dark. So they couldn't really see what was from their position. They, instead of doing that, our sorcerer, who's played by my mom, by the way, the sorcerer goes, hey, does anyone have, like, a light that they can throw that way? And I had to tell her, you do. You have the dancing light spell. She's like, oh, okay, I'll do that. And so she throws it about 120 feet towards the sound, and hey, what do you know? It's a group of giant rats. Which, of course, you know, came after them because, you know, bright light out of nowhere, kind of. But I was actually, that was the part that probably impressed me the most, was that they're like, immediately, she had the idea of like, hey, let's light up the area to see what it is, rather than, you know, like shoot into the dark. Or also, something I'm grateful for, so in the last campaign, in the first session, like as soon as people started meeting up, they were fighting each other. And I know why, because they were all new players, and they wanted to test the mechanics of the game, right? And not in like a metagamey way, but like that was their desire, and you know, they had somewhat reasonable justifications for doing it in character, so of course I'm gonna let that happen. But yeah, that was one of the first things they did, was fight each other. And I'm so glad that this party didn't do that. And I kind of expected that they wouldn't, because more than half the party is kind of an older crowd, and the other half of the party, one of the other players is probably more experienced in 5th edition than I am. And the other one is, you know, familiar with it, the idea of a, you know, cooperative tabletop RPG. So, yeah. So they went and lit up the area, and they found some giant rats. Wow, crazy. It was kind of funny because when the rats started to attack and I had everyone roll initiative, our wizard was like, "Oh, way to go, sorcerer! You made them angry." But I was like, in my head, I was like, they were gonna attack anyway. If you had walked up to them, they would attack. They would have attacked, and not only that, they would have been closer. So, because the way it worked out is, the first round that the rats could move, they spent the whole turn moving. They didn't attack in the first round because, you know, they used their action to dash. Which, if they hadn't used the light, if they had just kept walking towards it, that first round they would have been attacked, and things would have potentially have gone significantly worse. But anyway, combat starts. And of course, you know, the players who hadn't played in quite a while, that would be the older crowd, needed a little bit of tutelage on what they could and couldn't do. But they actually caught on pretty quick. So that's kind of another spot where I was impressed, is like, I basically told them, like, okay, you have an action, movement, and a bonus action in your turn. You know, some of you don't actually have bonus actions to do, but that's what you can do in a turn. And I pretty much only had to say that once, and then kind of guide them a little bit on each of their turns. But after that, they pretty much had it. And I was like, wow, okay. I am very, very, it was, yeah. But yeah, they get into combat, they fight the rats. One thing I'm particularly pleased about is that, and you know, this is partly due to me, partly due to the players, and partly due to luck, is that I think every one of the party members killed at least one rat, which is kind of one of my goals, with at least when it comes to a tutorial fight, you know, is to, you know, get everyone a piece of the action, get everyone a chance to do what their class wants to do. So I was pretty pleased. I mean, it was 8 rats, so theoretically it was more likely than not, but 8 rats versus 5 party members, I should say. So yeah, theoretically, more likely than not that, you know, everyone would get at least a rat to themselves. But I'm glad it worked out that way. And also, the rats actually got some hits in too, which is something else that I strive to do in basically every combat. Is to not make it so easy that the players just bowl through the encounter without taking any damage. I mean, there's a time and place for that, but I don't think the tutorial fight is one of those. I think, especially since this is supposed to be a horror-themed campaign, you want to give the players a sense of like, oh, we could actually get hurt or even die, you know? So, I was pretty pleased. I honestly, the only thing, and hopefully none of them are watching right now, the only thing that I think could have gone better is that at the end of the session, they decided to rest in the cave, whereas I was kind of expecting them to go back out. But I can still work with that. It's I can adjust my plans, because that is your job as the dungeon master, is to adjust your plans to what the players want to do. At least as far as I see it, you know. Because that's, I think, is what's most fun for everyone. And ultimately, my job as a dungeon master is to make things as fun as possible for everyone. So. Oops. I looked away for a sec. So yeah, it actually went almost perfect, I would say. It's got me pretty hyped for session 2. Even though I don't quite have the plans sussed out for session 2 just yet. So I still need to do that. I have a couple weeks. It's supposed to be the first Tuesday of next month. So. And to be fair, I did most of the preparation for session 1, like the actual physical preparation. I did that mostly like the day before. So, some of it the day of. But that's also partly because we were having a lot of technical issues and just issues getting everyone together for session 0. But now that we've got effectively all of our future sessions scheduled, it shouldn't be an issue. Oh, I did say that I don't think I've put it in the group text. The date of the next session. I should do that. Keep saying that, but I keep forgetting. Yeah, it's a good time. And I like to think, like, I actually haven't talked to some of the players since we played, but I'd like to think that they enjoyed themselves. You know, it seemed to me like they were having a decent time. Okay. So yeah, it's nice to be back to D&D. I won't go into too much detail because this is a public group. But I did also apply to join another living world. You know, because I've got Auralia, which is mine, but there's another one that I've been keeping my eye on, and I went and filled out the application with a character of mine that I wanted to play. And I'm hoping to hear back from them and have them be like, yeah, you can play with us. And that'd be like, largely because, if you're familiar with D&D, you're probably familiar with the concept of the Forever DM. That's kind of where I'm at the moment. I don't get to just play as a player much anymore. Not since I started DMing. And especially not since, you know, I stopped playing with my original group. Yeah, that I was playing with. Because that group had multiple DMs. But since then, I haven't really found a lot of friend groups. Or I haven't found a lot of friends who are also dungeon masters. The one who's in our... who's in the latest campaign in Auralia, who's in Ruins of Erelis, the one who I said is probably more experienced than me, yeah, he's a dungeon master too, but we talked about me playing in a game of his or a friend's of his or something like that, but we haven't really talked again about it again since, so I don't know, I'm not gonna push it. I have some bad experience with being too pushy about playing D&D with people. There is I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but there was a different player who was only around for the first 2 sessions of, or maybe even just the first session of Box of Beginnings, which was the first Auralian campaign. And I feel like I feel bad because I don't remember what got into me, but something in me was telling me, like, I think it was just like the responsibility of being a DM getting into my head. Because I was like, I really wanted this person to play, but honestly, they probably weren't all that interested to begin with. Oh, whoa, okay. Didn't know those were there. They probably weren't all that interested to begin with, and I just kind of like kept pushing them, and eventually they were like, no, I'm done. I was like, oh, well. I mean, granted, you know, things stayed polite, but I just can't help but think that, like, do they like me less now? Because I probably would. And I honestly wouldn't blame them if they did. So, it's whatever, I guess. So I try not to be as pushy about Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, I try to watch out for that, because I do think it really was just me feeling responsible as the DM for getting everyone together and, you know, assembling a full party and stuff like that. I honestly think that was what drove me to push so hard. So yeah, I try to watch out for that when I am doing things related to D&D. Lesson learned, I suppose. Yeah, well. Also, I should say, I had one of the players from Box of Beginnings contact me. Apparently, they were watching, because I have a Discord server for Auralia, and all the players are in it, as well as myself, of course. And so he was watching, you know, us put together this other campaign, and he was like, hey, can you, like, since you're not streaming it, can you, like, get me a summary and stuff? And I was like, yeah, sure. You know, I kind of already write summaries for each session of each campaign, so I can do that. And in the meantime, since, you know, I hadn't talked to this player in a while, I was like, hey, don't think I forgot about your group. Because at the end of the last campaign, at the end of Box of Beginnings, I guess you all know, at least can check who's who in Box of Beginnings. It was Caleb. It was Caleb, the one who played Smith Floyd the OP. He was like, yeah, can you let me in on what happens? And I was like, yeah. And then I said, hey, I'm going to get you guys a new campaign, basically. He's like, cool, I'm down whenever. I'm like, great. I just kind of need to figure out when exactly would be a convenient time to do that. I think probably after I've got this, once I've got an income, probably. So at least I don't have to worry about that. That won't be taking as much mind space. Then I'll probably, because I already have concepts for at least 2 different campaigns. Because one of the things I did with Ruins of Irrelease is I gave them options. I had 3 concepts for campaigns, one of which being Ruins of Irrelease. And, I explained them all and let them choose, and they were like, ooh, we want this one. I was like, okay. And thus they are playing the horror-themed, kind of underground-themed campaign known as Ruins of Irrelease. Ah, frick. So yeah. D&D. It's going pretty well, actually. And if I get Box of Beginnings going again anytime soon, either with a new campaign or a sequel campaign, because that was something I was going to offer them too, because I know some of them want to play the same characters again, or at least they did last time I talked to them. Whatever they're going to be doing for a new campaign, I think there's a good chance we'll be streaming it. Because they're into that sort of thing, as you might have guessed from the fact that, they were willing to stream it the first time. So yes, the gang is likely to get back together, and there is likely to be some amount of D&D content on this channel in the relatively near future. Damn. It's always that top one. What the fuck? I missed this. I was just playing this. Look at what I sent you. Oh no. Hold on. Well, now I have to look. I'm actually gonna go for this. Oh, nice! Yep. Yeah, no, I decided to play this today. Hello, Riku. Yeah, it's just might have been talking about you earlier. As my resident Geometry Dash expert. Yep. And then I, of course, tangented into various other topics, including but not limited to Dungeons & Dragons. Which, as I was saying, I have played recently. Well, played as in dungeon. I was a dungeon master. Because it is actually usually what I do. Intrigued. I need to look back at the VOD. Yeah! or maybe don't, because I didn't say anything bad. Nope, that didn't happen. Wait, hold on, I'm missing something. Where is? Oh, here it is. Hold on. Hold. Also, you should friend me on this epic game. Go look at your GD profile. Okay. I can do that. Yeah. I don't know where it is, but I'll find it. Right. Mouse is very small in this game. Oh! This Riku Nova fellow. You? It is I. Economical Novanik. Wow. Accept. Okay. Anyway, I found the thing I was looking for. Yep. I didn't say anything bad earlier in the VOD. Anywho. Alright. Back to base after base. After base. After base. After base. Let's go. Like, someone's definitely made a sequel to this level, right? Oops. Called Base After Base After Base. And then someone made a sequel to that called Base After Base After Base After Base. And so on. Yep. Yep. I was also talking about how, you know, this game, I feel, benefits quite a bit from rambling. Ah. The level after this will probably be the first big roadblock. You will hate it. Oh, great! Fantastic. I love hating things. It's just, yeah, the best part of my day. Why is it that as I stream, I get warmer and warmer? I've got this blanket on me. And I like, at first I had it over my toes, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna take it off my feet. And now, I've just got it in my lap, and it's way too warm. How does that work? I mean, it could be that, you know, machinery and the lights in the room, but I don't know. Ah, frick. Alright, yeah, we're gonna just take off this here blanket. Ugh. There we go. Hey. Phone stopped charging. Hold on, I gotta hop off my PC. Give me a moment. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna stop playing, but I will, I guess not stop streaming until you get back, probably. In before he takes, like, 5 hours. I mean, depending on how quickly things go, I was kind of thinking 1 or 2 levels for this stream. But we'll see. I haven't really gotten very far past the halfway point in this level, so. Although I don't think I remember at least some of the parts in this level, because I did the, I mean, you saw I did the practice version of this. I don't remember the later parts being terribly difficult, but I could be forgetting something. It's been a few runs since I did that. Just over 100, you know. Maybe I should turn the music up. Maybe that'll help. Damn it. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit on my end. I don't think it's picking up on the mic anyway. Could be wrong, but who knows? Yeah, that is my... Let's see. Covered Pokemon. Oh yeah. There's something else to say about the Pokemon TCG, I guess. I did the recent stream, and it might have been apparent in that stream, but I've kind of fallen out of love with the guys back with the phone. Nice. I appreciate it. I've kind of fallen out of love with the Charabug deck. At least as far as TCG Live goes. Because it's just not getting the results it used to, you know? It's kind of unfortunate, but... Yeah, it's just... I've played it so many times. Frick. By the way, how early did you talk about me? Oh, no. It was probably 20, 30 minutes in. Maybe earlier, maybe as short as 15. But frames hitching a little bit, that's fine. I did change some settings in this game, so I might have to change them back. But yeah, I wanted it to look pretty though. At least I'm consistently getting past that part. Oh, I didn't think I was going to make that, actually. Give me a moment, we'll be back. Okay. I wasn't aware that you could scroll back in VODs on Twitch. Or is that something that only mods and the streamer can do? I don't know. I don't know, I'm still relatively new to this platform, in spite of having almost 100 followers now. By the way, thank you everyone for almost 100 followers. Appreciate it. As mentioned previously, I'm trying to think of something to do for 100 followers, but currently my attention is on a different thing. On a totally unrelated note, I can say, off stream I managed to beat Sonic the Hedgehog without save states, so that's cool. Ah, frick. Alrighty. Eventually I'll get this. See, this is honestly, I feel like this would be a good game for like a Zatsudan type of stream, you know? Like between attempts, I just look at the chat and see what people are talking about and give my 2 cents. Whoops. And I don't know that I could do one otherwise, because, well, I mean, it might be easier if chat were more active, but I ain't trying to look a gift horse in the mouth, so, you know, I appreciate what I have now. But even if I had the massive audiences that some people have, I don't know that I could do it, or if it would be my thing, or... I mean, maybe in the future I'll try it, but... Just, I guess it's not too different from just tangenting on while I play a game like this. Maybe. Sorry. Okay, no, that was not the rhythm. Okay, and then, oh yeah. I might be. Oh yeah, actually, if you've been watching the YouTube channel, you may have noticed something interesting pop up. Baldur's Gate. Yeah, I know I said I wasn't gonna play Baldur's Gate on YouTube, but this might be this will be a special thing. Yes, I uploaded episode 0 of The Adventures of a Tsundere Heat Mage. Let me get my own title right. Here comes the Tsun. Yeah, and that was just the creation of a character. But yes, I do intend to be doing a Baldur's Gate series on YouTube. And it's just I'm not 100% sure in what form I want it to be. I know it won't be my usual style of just, mostly unedited, kind of rambling over the game sort of stuff. I keep thinking I'm not going to make that one. Yeah, it's not going to be my usual style. It will be more highly edited. It's just I'm not 100% sure exactly the format. We'll see. Because I know if I just did, 15-minute episodes of Baldur's Gate 3, that would be like a 300 episode series. That would be, right, like 15 minutes unedited. It's like, ooh, yeah, that's going to be a long one. That would not even probably, that would absolutely be my longest series on the channel. And not that I'm, opposed to setting records or anything, but I don't want to, I don't want to commit to that. Not when I have many other games that I'd like to play on the channel, So, yeah, it's going to be different. It's going to be different. And I can't promise when episode 1 will come out because it hasn't even been recorded yet. And like I said, I don't even know exactly how I want to format it. But it is something that will probably come out in the future. Probably. So, look forward to it maybe, potentially. Yeah, I just couldn't stay away from Baldur's Gate enough. I did actually start playing my solo campaign again that I had started a while back. I cannot find it. Can you give me a brief description? I mean, basically all I said was that I have a certain mod who's interested in this game, and that's partly why I am playing it today. That's more or less what I said, Yeah. Do. Might not have been worth the effort, but Cool beans, thank you. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Oh no. Afric. Okay. I don't know why I tried that. So yeah, I went back and started playing my not original playthrough, because that was a co-op playthrough with a friend who went and beat the game on his own. When we were in Act 3 already. Whatever. Yeah, my solo playthrough. My original solo playthrough, I did start up again. I'm close to the end. Ketheric is dead. Gortash isn't dead, but he will be soon. And then there's Orin, who, never fought before, actually. So, it will be interesting. Oh, also, I guess most notable thing about the last time I played that campaign was we hit level 12, so we're at max level, which should be and we're kind of kicking ass, Just a little bit. I'm interested to see how the Cazador fight goes. Because, like, when I was doing it with my friend, the Cazador fight, that's what I mean by doing it. We had some trouble, but we ended up winning. But with the builds I have in this campaign, I think it might actually just be easier, so we'll have to see, I guess. That was more or less the last thing we did in that campaign. If you're wondering, my build is Warlock Sorcerer, and it's mostly built around on hits. I forgot that was a thing. Fun fact, if you scroll through the levels page in one direction for 3 whole loops, you can get a coin in the coming soon screen. Oh, neat. Well, I might just have to do that. Ow. Eventually. Coin route. Yes! I accidentally found that at one point earlier during stream, and so I forgot, and then accidentally found it again. So. But as with previous GD streams, not really going for the coins at the moment. Because I think just beating the level is enough of a challenge for me for now. Damn it! I always jump at the top there. Bah! So that's our Baldur's Gate 3 news, I suppose. Oh, I did read, I think this actually was posted a while ago, but in the official devlog, I think, for Baldur's Gate 3, they mentioned that the next patch should have official mod tools for the game. So that's cool. There should be some pretty neat mods that'll come out. I mean, if my experience with Skyrim is anything to be believed. Yeah, trust me, when you beat the later stages, getting the coins in the earlier ones will be easy. Yeah, I kind of figured. Yeah, looking forward to Baldur's Gate mods. Let's see, what else is going on in my life? Oh, I can say this probably now that the, at least that batch of episodes is fully out. I was not expecting people to like Pokemon Pinball as much as they do on YouTube, because that's been getting a lot of views. It's another one of those things where I'm like, I kind of just played this on a whim, and now people are actually watching it. Weird. Yeah, I mean, I've played it on stream before, and there wasn't that much interest. But, like, yeah, since I started playing Pokemon Pinball again, like, as episodes, like, the views have been coming in, the subs have been coming in, it's been kinda crazy. So, I mean, I have some recording to do after this stream, for the channel, and I might just include that game. Because here's the thing. If there's a game that people want me to play, and it's one, right, if it's a game that people want me to play, other people want me to play, and I want to play, then that's just perfect for the channel. Right? I mean, there are some games that are one or the other, but I always like playing Pokemon Pinball. Except, you know, when I've been playing for 3 hours straight, and then it gets a little tiring. But Yeah, honestly, that game can be an endurance game if you're doing really well. But yeah, it seems currently that that is one of those games. Random topic. A random platformer, Extreme Demon, that takes an hour or more to complete was demoted to Insane Demon, and people are not happy. Well, not really random, it's very known. Oh, neat. Yeah, that's interesting. We're lowering the bar, I guess. Or raising the bar? Raising the bar. Yeah, it would be raising the bar. Mm-hmm. Neat. So yeah, you might be able to expect more Pokemon Pinball on the channel. On YouTube, specifically. Although I will say, going forward, I do plan on probably focusing on the Ruby board instead of the Sapphire one. Because the having a 12 episode batch is not really conducive to me being sane. Right, upside down now. Oh, okay. New best. Alright. I got past that one part, the part with the jump pads that kill you, which is a good sign. And let's see. And then as for whatever else is on the channel, what did I just record? I recorded more Penny, that's right. That came out today? Yesterday, something like that. Technically yesterday. It's good play. Thank you, Start Dashery. I appreciate your saying so. I am still fairly new to this game, so it's good to hear. It's good to hear. Good stuff. Yeah, my putting up Penny yesterday was, you know, recording it and putting it on YouTube yesterday was another one of those kind of on a whim things. New starts? Yeah, relatively new. I've only done 2 streams of this prior to this. So, so I've only played like 5 hours or so of this game. Yeah. Whip. And, so, you know, I'm just kind of, ow. Got him to play this epic game as a player who's played for 10 years. It's very entertaining. I mean, I can actually relate. There are a lot of times where, I get this feeling watching people who don't know Pokemon play Pokemon. Like, oh man, it's really interesting to watch someone who's new and learning all the basics. It kind of takes you back, you know? Back to the time. Boop. Do. Alright. So I can kind of understand what you're feeling. Okay, I gotta watch out for them jump pads. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I think that was one of my big roadblocks in this level. So if I can remember that they're there, I think we're good. Woo. Okay, now we're going upside down. Ah, shoot. I test you who verified Bloodbath. March something 2014, beginning of 1.6. Right. Oh. This is beyond my knowledge, what you two are talking about, but... I'm just here playing through the default levels. Because, you know. Still new here. Still new to this whole game. Damn it. Try online levels? I mean, eventually, yeah. But for now, I wanna do the main stuff first. Yeah, it's like Riku says. I'm trying to beat all the base stuff first before I do stuff online. Just to make sure, you know, I have the proper skill set to be able to tackle that stuff. Let's see. 2 and 3. Yeah. It's funny, I feel like after I've spent death. I would have made Holiday never clear by now. Never clear levels I see. Very boring levels. Ah. Yeah, I get you. It probably isn't the most... These probably aren't the most entertaining levels to watch, but... You gotta start somewhere, I think. You know? I don't want to... If I just jump straight into the hard stuff, then what you're going to be seeing is like the first 2 seconds of the level about 1,000 times. So... And that probably would also get kind of boring. Okay. There we go. Now we're not jumping at the top there. Ah, frick. We also didn't jump there. Play level 22. It's not ready for dash. I'm gonna guess that you're probably right. It looked to be, just based on the little face that was in the corner there, looked to be a significantly harder level than this, so. I'm kind of with Riku on this one. Yep. For now, we just stick with this. Damn it. Especially with all the new 2.2 stuff. It's good fun, don't worry. Okay, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm just doing what I can for now, you know? Alrighty. Just dashing along. Like the, you know, I say, you know, I'm a dashing rogue here in the title, but I'm really actually more of a wizard, you know? I know a bit of magic. Frick. But whenever Holiday is ready, I'll make a level for him, since I have his logo made and ready to be placed. New streamer play, it's new, feels very hard. Indeed. When many user play, it feels walk in the park. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. To you all, this is probably nothing, but it's like, I went and I tried, for a little bit I tried playing Osu, and I could, like, barely clear the easy songs in Osu, or easy maps, that's what they're called. And then, you know, I watched other people play Osu, like, on stream and stuff, and it's like, oh, yeah, that's, something I could potentially never do. Feels skateboard park and you can't use and fell in pain. Indeed. Quite painful. Yeah, I didn't last very long with Osu. That's I don't consider myself the most dexterous person. So hence why I'm not wouldn't actually consider myself a rogue. Frick. But in seriousness, I get it. You're bad. Yes. But with time, you'll get better, even if you don't feel like it. Yeah. Yeah. I trust. I mean, I think I made the comparison last time I played this game. I've played Dark Souls. I beat Bloodborne in Dark Souls 3, so, you know, I know what it feels like to just have to try again and again and again and again until you eventually get it. Persistence is not a trait that I lack. Damn it. Again. Indeed. Yep. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah. We just keep trying. We just keep trying. We just keep going and keep trying and keep yapping. Because that is one thing that I've learned, is that oftentimes I play better when I'm yapping. So, I try to keep doing that. Don't jump. There we go. Didn't think I was going to make that. Over the pads. There we go. Okay. Part of it's just remembering that the pads are there. There we go. I can do this. I got this. Damn it. Never mind. Also, by the way, I might be getting another VTuber to play this game. My power is spreading. They have it in their Stream library. Ooh, nice. Or Steam library. Nice. You win 4 levels before? I believe so. I think I'm on the... yeah, so... the ones before this, all the levels before this, I've beaten. So I think it was 4 of them. So... yeah, I believe so. Riku can probably answer for sure. Ah, frick. Ah, frick. Yeah, okay, so it was 4. Good. That is correct. Yeah. I'm just doing them in order, that's all. This part I feel like I have down pretty well. And of course there's the occasional slip up, but still. It also reminds me, so I have enchanted my mask, you know, the one that I'm wearing right now, to sound like a harmonica sometimes. I've been practicing with that. It's pretty neat. You know, I've been getting better little by little with that. Well, let me just play a little something here. Oh, hold on. Yeah, all right. Hold on. Yeah, see, I can do that. That's now, and that's kind of a similar thing. You know, where you just keep trying it till you get better. Alright. That's kind of all I can play at the moment, but, you know, you keep doing the one song until you get it down, and then you just start doing other songs, right? Kind of like this game. Alrighty. Damn it. Let's see. Next on this one, by the way, is Moggy Puff. Very underrated VTuber is currently setting up. I helped them with a new community server. Oh, cool. Maybe try auto online level? You have trumpet? No, that was a harmonica. Bro, the early auto levels are just an epileptic journey. Not fun. Ah. I see, I see. I mean, I mean, I've never been a huge fan of the auto levels in games like Mario Maker, so I mean they're neat as a just kind of novelty, I guess. It's just cool that they exist, but since there's no gameplay to them, you know, it's only so much they can hold my interest. Alright. For now, we just grind away at this. 'Tis the grind. I feel like this game gets to a point where you could probably do these songs blindfolded, right? I imagine there's probably like a GDQ run where they've done that. You are almost win level. Yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there. Okay. Cool. All right. 71%, I think, was my highest. I just need to get past the upside down part, I think, and then a little bit more, if I remember correctly, from the practice version. So, frick, that was late. Invited you to the server if you'd like to join. Right now it's just me, Moggy, and her friends. Sure. I don't mind. I am happy to make more VTuber friends, or just streamer friends, or content creator friends, honestly. Yeah. That is one thing that they didn't tell me about being an adult, is that it's a lot harder to make friends. So I will take opportunities where I can get them. Here we go. There we go. Here's progress. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Damn it. Green reverse part is long distance jump, small distance. Let go. Yeah. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that, but I haven't quite, you know, my fingers haven't quite got there yet. Very true, yeah. Yep. Yeah, it was so easy, you know, as a kid, just going to school and being like, oh, hey, look at all these people that I really don't have anything better to do than to talk to. But then I went to college and I was like, wow, I don't have to talk to anybody. This is great. And then I ended up with the no friends. That was but I have since been working on that, you know, doing things outside of what's necessary to survive, to you know, just hang out with people. Because I feel like that's probably the best way to do it. Whoa! framey. Yeah, I think I need to change some settings back. Regret is fun. Never it's late, don't worry. Yeah. Holiday plays on controller for context. Incredibly friendly, was literally playing Fortnite. Nice! Speaking of games that didn't really stick with me. They still have that no-build mode in Fortnite now? Because if so, maybe I'll try it again. But I think I've told the story of, like, I tried playing Fortnite once, and then as soon as somebody built the Taj Mahal on me, I was like, nah, I'm done. I was just trying to shoot him, and suddenly I have a building on top of me. What? I mean, I have my own kind of battle royale that I enjoy playing. I haven't played it in a while, but Naraka is pretty neat. It's melee-focused battle royale. It's fun to play. Alright. Ah! Yeah, I still have zero build. Back in Chapter 3, it was meant to be a limited time mode, but the reception was incredible, so it's been there ever since. New season is in less than 24 hours. Ooh, neat. Huh, that's funny, because I think, if I remember right, the new Battle Pass for the Pokemon TCG just came out today, so that's pretty neat. That timing. Not that it really has anything to do with each other, but, you know. Yeah, I was actually grinding Pokemon TCG off stream last night because I didn't quite have the Battle Pass finished. Ow. And so I was grinding it out. So didn't want to miss out on that last tier, which is a lot of cards. Here we go. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. That part is tricky to me. This I don't mind, as long as I remember it's coming. And this part is pretty easy, actually. Okay, here we go. Got this. There we go. Here we go. Easy. We're beating this level this run. There we go. Woo! Did it. Oh, a key. Not sure what that does. I mean, I assume it unlocks something. Payday 3 is back to mostly negative reviews. This random popular YouTuber was just like, wow, no one plays this, no way. And then the game got review bombed. Wow. GG's. Thank you. This was, insane. Oh wait, why did I hit replay? I don't need to do that. When I end, you win. I guess so. That happened to Riku last stream too. He left and then like 2 attempts later, I got it. Alright, I think we have time for at least one more level. Maybe. We'll see. Let's give it a shot, hey? Let's just try it. Give one attempt raw. Cool. And now we'll do practice. You literally got 98% and then beat it. Yep. Yep. Ah, crap. Practice mode. Let's go. Oh. Nope. Ah, frick. Hold on, I got this. There we go. Honestly, half the reason I do practice mode on these levels now is because there's just a bar there that's not filled if you don't do the practice mode version, so... And that bugs me. Oh no, don't hit that. Okay, got it. Okay, you have to hit the middle one. Got it. Now, frick. Frick. That's gonna kill me a lot, I think. Nope. Wow, the timing on this one is tough. Nope. There we go. Okay. Yeah, frick. All about precision timings. Oh boy. Maybe we won't finish this one this stream. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. No. No. Yeah, precision's never really been my forte. I could probably get on top of that other one, can't I? Yeah. Yeah. Got it. Nope. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, fall. There we go. Okay. Okay. There's a coin. Got it. Let's see. Damn it. Ah, damn it. Damn it. Oh, nope. Don't jump there. Oh, does that work? Can I skip that? I think I can. Maybe not. Or maybe just with better timing? Oh, okay. That helps. Oops. Can I just... Nope. I'm experimenting a little bit. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, hold on. I got it. Oh, hey, look, there's a coin down there. Good to know. Now. Nope. Oh, okay. I guess that's how you get the coin? No. Okay. Boy, this is, you weren't kidding about this level. Okay. At least that got me there. Nope. That doesn't work. Okay. Nope. Too soon. Alright. Oh, frick. Okay. I feel like I actually have to pay attention more in the practice mode. Because it just starts so suddenly. When you die. Oh dear God. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. Not quite. Oh, boy, this is whew, getting sweaty on this one. I mean, you can tell things have gotten serious because I now have 2 hands on the controller when theoretically I only need 1. So close. Shit. Ah! Come on. Oh, no. No. Come on. Whoa! Okay. Nope. Keep hitting that side there. There we go. Okay. Can't forget to jump there. That's not allowed. Ah, frick. Okay. There we go. Okay, well, that's at least a checkpoint. Okay. Whew. Okay. Yeah, that one section's probably going to cause me a bit of trouble. Yeah, okay, stop. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's the end of the level. Coin path is easier than the regular ones. Gotcha. The part sucks. You're gonna want to practice this section for a bit. Yeah, I did. Yeah, you can see what I mean by big roadblock. Yeah, considering it took me 142 attempts on practice mode. Yeah, I'm gonna need a sip of water for this one. Okay. Let's just give it a try, you know? Let's see. Okay. New best. I'll take it. Fuck. Nope. Okay. Better. We'll get there. We will frick. Get there. Okay. 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 This one's not very friendly. Try it again. Maybe I just needed to distract myself, you know, talk about something else. So, oh, frames. What do we got? What do we got on the table to talk about? How about... damn it, I already kind of talked about everything that's going on in my life, I think. Oh, there's one thing I hadn't talked about. But let's see real quick. Okay. Very much not friendly. Yeah. So last weekend, or the weekend before last, I guess it is Wednesday, isn't it? Thursday? Something like that. It's Thursday, technically. So weekend before last was Mother's Day, right? For many of us, including myself. So I went up to visit my parents, which was a pleasant visit. I can tell you at least that much. However, on the way back, my car started acting funny. It didn't want to shift. It would get, you know, real high in the RPMs before it would eventually shift. And eventually, once I got on the highway, the check engine light came on. So, of course, as anyone would do, I pulled over. I had a look under the hood, try to see if, anything was leaking, or, make sure I had all 4 tires on and stuff. And, yeah, no, I couldn't find anything visibly wrong with it, but I could tell that it was acting weird. So I called my dad, who thankfully works graveyard shifts, and, because this was the middle of the night, basically, that I was heading back from my parents. And so he comes out. I mean, it took him a couple hours to get there because he had to get out of work, which takes a while for him. But he comes out, he's got his code reader, and he reads the code on the on my car. And what it says is, I forget, gear ratio error in 4th, I believe, was what it said. I can get past that spike, I swear. Okay. So, which is kind of what I thought. Generally, if you have a problem with your car shifting, it's generally like a transmission error, error with the gears. Okay, new best. So, yeah, basically, because it was the middle of the night, there wasn't really a lot of people we could call about this. So, my dad's like, okay, well, basically, our options are either you try to get it back to our place or you try to get it back to yours. Because at this point, I was like halfway between. He's like, whichever way you want to go, I'll follow you to make sure you make it there. It's like, okay. So we headed back this direction. And I made it. We made it. However, I could not get her to go above 40, like maximum 45 miles an hour without really revving her up. So, then either yesterday or the day before, I did some calling around to some auto shops, and basically the only guy who would tell me what he thought was wrong over the phone was like, yeah, you probably just need a whole new transmission. Which is not great because those are expensive. And this is not a new vehicle that I've been driving. I've had it for 6 years, and it's a 2003. So it ain't worth a lot monetarily anymore. So yeah, I am currently looking into probably getting a new car. No way the gear ratioed you. Yep, got ratioed by the gear. Unfortunate. I can talk about the game. Maybe you can shoot me questions and I can answer. I mean, I feel like I don't have too many questions on this game. Because, the basic concept is simple, at least. I mean, I know there are mechanics I have yet to reach, but for now, I think I get what the game is putting down. I have to remember to jump there. But yeah, so car trouble. Yay, fun. The upside to this is that my grandpa has a truck that he doesn't use because his driver's license expired, so he and I can at least still get places. But only having one vehicle is risky, I would say. It's not ideal, and especially when, you know, I don't have my own. And I'm the one who's supposed to be driving around. So yeah, new car. Hopefully, maybe, in the future. The other upside is, if I do end up getting a new car, I'm probably gonna shoot for something better than what I have, because at this point in my life, I've only ever had used cars, right? I've only ever bought used cars. However, because I am often taking Grandpa places and running errands and stuff for him, I want to get something that's more reliable. So, Cars 5 looking real good. Yes, new cars. Yeah, I want to try potentially getting a new vehicle. You know, get a down payment, put some money down. You know, have a monthly payment and stuff. However, I need to have an income for that to work. So, again, I'm kind of just waiting on the government to be like, yep, we'll pay you now for taking care of your grandpa. Which would be nice. Eventually. They should do it eventually. I was kind of hoping that they'd have it all figured out by the end of this week. But we're getting pretty close to that mark. And, yeah, it's, hasn't happened yet. How do I keep forgetting to jump there? I could just hold it. I can just hold it there. It's fine. Missed that jump. Okay. Yeah, so, that is the other big thing going on in my life. Too early? Why did it alt-tab me out? That was weird. Also, I guess, minorly interesting development. I finally found a wallpaper that I like for this computer. I've been using the default wallpaper for literally years. Like, 4 years. The 4 years that I've had this laptop. And finally, I found something that I was like, this is a cool picture. I want to see this picture all the time. So, that's neat. You know what? Maybe I should put it on stream just for moral support. You know. Although I did just get a new best, so. But you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna put it in the corner real quick. That way I can feel better. You know, look at it and feel better. Let me just image. Okay. Sure, we'll call it that. I think it's just in my pictures. Might want to try doing multiple practice runs. I mean, I got the thing is, I got the because I got the bar filled on the practice run. I feel like I am I can move on. You know, because who knows? Maybe the next real run of this, I'll get it. Look at this picture. It's a neat picture. It's currently over top of everything, but I like this picture. I'm going to put it here for more support. You know what? Put it in the top left. Yeah. I did not draw this, by the way, just in case anyone was wondering. This is Ithius that drew it. They have their signature right here, but it's a neat little picture. My wallpaper is custom art from a friend, so that's cool. Second monitor is also custom, but it's a Minecraft animated loop. Nice. I know my last laptop, I actually had art that a friend drew. But then I changed it after a bit because things might have changed between me and them. Maybe we don't go into it. That was a long time ago, so. I don't know that because like, the closest thing I've had recently was art that I've commissioned for D&D, and that would have been the end of Box of Beginnings. And the aspect ratio isn't quite right on that one for a wallpaper, so. It is a cool picture, though. Ah, frick. Bro had the incident. Indeed. 'Twas an incident. Happens to the best of us. Alrighty. Ah, frick. It's fine. Ow, frick. I do like that art of Pandora, though. I guess... Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's on Twitter. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't remember. I'd have to check the artist's Twitter. Maybe I bookmarked it. Yeah, it's good art. It's good art! And it's pretty much exactly what I asked for, too, so can't complain. It is cool being able to commission art. I will say that. And get, like... Honestly, I like the process of commissioning someone and getting pretty much, you know, their creative take on an idea you had. I think that's neat. And I wish I could do more of it, but you kind of need money to commission people. Not just money, but money that you can more or less just throw away. Well, unless you're actually using the art for something that makes you money, which some people can. I mean, eventually, you know, this here body of mine will probably be making me money. Maybe that sounds weird when I put it like that. It's not like that. I wouldn't know. I'm poor, as I've spent all my money on SIO device 03C Plus just to play Geometry Dash. It's meant for OSU, by the way. Ah. I don't know what that is, but I assume it's basically just like a specific kind of input device. I know there are people who play OSU that use, like, drawing tablets, which makes some sense to me. Yeah. But I don't know that a drawing tablet is necessarily what you would want to play this game with. I don't know. Controllers seem to be the most obvious thing for me because repeatedly pressing a button is easier for me with a controller than it is with a keyboard or mouse, I feel. It's easier for me for my wrist not to get tired, you know? Maybe that's just because, you know, I've kind of been holding a controller for my entire life. Because I was, for the longest time, pretty much exclusively a console gamer. So, controller is very familiar to me. Like, I know there are people who would balk at the idea of playing a shooter with a controller. Like, I'd be fine. That ain't exactly what I used to do with Call of Duty, or mostly Call of Duty. I didn't play a whole lot of shooters other than that back then. But now I'm also getting more comfortable with mouse and keyboard for shooters, so I can do both. I mean, neither very well, but I can do both. Yeah, 8,000 hertz polling rate and rapid trigger, so it's like the best input device since I'm used to keyboard input. You know how my up arrow broke? It's happening to the down arrow too. So I bought the SIO device. It's definitely making me slightly more cracked. Nice. Just some artificial enhancements, you know. Performance-inducing tech, or performance-improving tech. What do they call it? Performance-enhancing tech. That's what it would be. Why do I keep jumping there? Yeah, I feel like having the right input method can make a ton of difference. I know it's kind of a big deal in the fighting game community as well, as you can see from the video I sent you. Indeed. Yep. There's a... yeah. And there's a big conversation, I think, in the fighting game community about, like, controller versus fight stick versus hitbox versus leverless versus I don't even know all of them. Because I'm honestly not that huge on fighting games, but like, I don't dislike fighting games. They're not my least popular, or my least favorite type of genre of game, but the problem I have with fighting games, and I actually talked about this, I think it was either last stream or during the batch of episodes I just recorded yesterday. Problem I have with fighting games is that I don't like spending time in the lab. Like, it takes too much for me to just get a combo down to where I can do it reliably, and then trying to figure out like how to actually use it in a match is tough for me, right? I'm definitely one of those people that gets bored doing the same thing over and over again, especially if I don't feel like I'm making any progress. Way quieter too, and that's cool. Yeah. I did notice in some previous videos you sent me, I could definitely hear the keyboard. Like, yep, that's a keyboard clacking. Not that I dislike the sound, but and also I'm not exactly one to talk. There are definitely particularly in EHG, there are definitely times where you hear my controller when I hit buttons. It's not intentional, but I also don't consider it a big enough thing that I need to edit it out or anything. Oh, I thought I had that. It's fine though. Okay. Oops. Oh, I still have the silent device clicks. They're just way more satisfying. Ah, gotcha. I mean, there is a difference between a good click and a bad click. I know that. So, I get what you're saying. You know, I feel like one thing that kind of prepared me for this game is learning how to edit, which might sound weird, but what I mean is that some people I feel like would get annoyed hearing the first 30 seconds of a song over and over and over and over and over again. Even if it's a good song, right? Oh, okay, that's new. But me, I have made multiple music videos. Oh. And I did that in like middle school, high school time frame. So I got used to hearing the same music over and over and over again. Not to mention the fact that, you know, some people that were in that same class in which I did that would also be editing music videos and not using headphones. So, yeah. I am familiar with... Damn. I'm familiar with the notion of hearing the same thing over and over and over. I guess, thank you, Katy Perry. One of the music videos I edited was Katy Perry's Firework. Not the official one, just one that was for the class, done by students. I haven't even seen the original music video for Firework. Yeah, there's that. There's that one Daft Punk song that I keep forgetting. One more time. That's what it was. That's right. See, the funny thing about the Firework video, though, is that wasn't even my group's project. Because, like, we didn't officially have groups in that class. I mean, we did, but nobody really cared to stick with them. But like, there was another group that was like, we want to do a Katy Perry Firework music video. And the teacher was like, okay, go ahead and, you know, record your footage and stuff. And then they record the footage, and I guess maybe they had some trouble with it or something, because he was like, because at that point I had done a lot of editing in that class, because I was kind of like the de facto editor for my group, and I think this was like my third or maybe even fourth time taking that class. Not because I failed it, but because you could take it multiple times for credit each time. So yeah, I was probably the most experienced editor in the room outside of the teacher. So yeah, my teacher hands me the footage and he's like, hey, can you do this for me? And I was like, okay, I mean, our group kind of wants to do stuff too, but... And the thing is, they wouldn't do anything without me. My group, because also, not only was I kind of the default editor for our group, but I was also like the default actor as well, because nobody else wanted to get in front of the camera. So it's like, so, you know, when I'm busy editing, they're not really recording anything. I was like, okay, I guess I'll just do this. And they'd just kind of sit behind me chatting while I edited. I was like, alright, cool. What else? I think it turned out decent. I mean, I haven't seen it in a while. But I certainly did my best. I've spent so long making EHG now that I kind of forget that I used to make other types of videos, like music videos, like comedy skits and stuff. I mean, do you know the Muffin Man still exists, so that's... Oh. But people can't see it anymore. Except for me. But, Yeah, the comedy skits are slightly easier for me to remember because they're slightly... That was actually one of the last videos that I did in high school was a skit. And yeah. So yeah, I have more editing experience than I often remember. But I mean, at this point, most of my editing experience is absolutely Let's Plays. Because, you know, I only have about 2,000 videos on my channel. Yep. Oops. CBF mod makes it so instead of your input waiting for the next frame, it creates a step right as you input and registers your input on the created step instead of waiting for the next step frame, meaning your inputs are immediate and 100% accurate. It should be a thing in the base game, but it isn't. People have been beating extreme demons like Bloodbath on 20 FPS with the mod, by the way. Had to split my messages into parts because it's so long. Nice. Sounds pretty technical, you know? And then, of course, also there's Digibridged. So yes, I have experience with a bridge series as well. Editing those. I really should have a job as a video editor. But those aren't exactly easy to come by, especially in this area. Ow. I mean, I know a lot of YouTubers and stuff want an editor, but... And that's usually remote work. But, nobody's asked me. In fact, I've actually applied to be people's editors before, and they didn't take me. There's one particular streamer who was like, hey, taking applications for an editor. Like, you know, want people to edit my stream footage, make funny YouTube videos. And I was like, okay, I'll apply. And then I applied, and then he was like, nah, sorry fam. I was like, oh, okay. At least he told me, like, hey, we're not gonna go with you. That's you know, a courtesy that you don't get applying for jobs elsewhere. You know, me cooking the most ass beat thinking it's fire. Friday Night Funkin' song, nice. Also, I have perhaps some editing to do after stream. Because, you know what this is about, Riku, but I might have some sort of announcement to make here soon. This is an announcement of an announcement. Whoops. I'm hoping to get it done tonight. We'll see. And then I'll probably just immediately post it. Because deadline's getting pretty close anyway, so... Damn it. Okay. Yep. Da. Yeah. This part feels good. Ah. Wasn't supposed to jump there. Oh, I just looked. It's close. Yep. Yeah. It has been surprisingly consistent how much closer we've been getting day by day. And I ain't upset. I'm just surprised. You know? I haven't seen a whole lot of this in my past, so I'm just trying to enjoy it while it lasts, you know, and make maybe a neat event out of it. Hopefully I can actually get the video done before we hit that point. That's kind of why I wanted to get it done tonight. So I was like, we could just hit that tomorrow. That could be a thing. Damn it. Yeah. It will be interesting for sure. I was kinda hoping I was gonna hit affiliate first. But it's looking like that's probably, which is fine. It's fine. Ah. I looked away. Yeah. We're getting there. Ow. Stuff is in fact happening. Alright. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Ooh. Ow. Balls. What? Guess I'll have a look at that in a sec. Wait, you know what? You've got me intrigued. Was ist das?
What do you? I shouldn't say where do you work. What do you work as? Oh my God, Riku Nova has just joined.
Oh. Joined what? The server?
He said balls and then left.
Nice.
I didn't even know.
I'm not even an idiot.
I didn't even know. I was gonna slash ban him as a joke, but I was like, nah, I shouldn't ban him. But then he just said balls and then left.
Oh my God.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Some good stuff. It's good stuff. Good little balls break there. Just a break for the balls. Ow. Don't know why I hit that. So for context, I had his IP, so I tried joining him and it worked. Nice. That's fun. Alright. Gotta say, I assume this is a friend of yours. Your friend has a pretty nice webcam. Like, from the brief bit that I saw there. It's pretty clear. Woo! Ah, frick. I did not expect it to work, so I didn't know what to do, so I just said balls and left. Yeah. The socially awkward thing. Oh, frames. Okay, maybe, hold on. Let me try and go back to the options, y'all. Swap back what I messed with before. Wait, it wasn't here, was it? That's probably fine. Wasn't there, it was here? Options. Performance. Increased raw capacity. I guess I'll turn that off. Since that was... I think that's all I added. Maybe that'll help the frame rate. Get ball. Thank you, Giraffe. Yes, it is quite painful what we are dealing with here. What is it? What is it? Can't let go. Can't let go of the pain that we've been feeling. Because it is, it's tough. It's tough out here for a square. But also, ow. Like that. Yeah, it, indeed. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah, I did think about streaming Minecraft again today. That would have actually been more convenient as far as YouTube goes, because my Minecraft VODs go on the YouTube channel. Specifically EHG, not EHR, where most of them are meant to go. He's beaten level 5, now he's on to big Roblox. I mean Roblox. Yeah. There's a very slim chance that you will ever see Roblox on this channel. Yeah, it's not a game that I'm looking to play, no. Anytime soon. Like, the only scenario I can think of in which I would play Roblox on stream is if, like, you know, my niece really wanted to play or something. I don't even know if she plays Roblox, but if she did and she was like, Uncle, can we play? And even then, that would involve having her on stream, which I don't know that her mother would approve of. Her dad might, though. Her dad's chill. There we go. Okay, new best. Your knees play Roblox? No. Trigonometry. Algebraic Rush. No, not my knees. My niece. N-I-E-C-E. Niece. As in my sister's daughter. Because she has one of those. She also has a son who is slightly younger. A couple years younger. A few years younger, even. I'm trying to remember exactly how many years there are between him, but I think it's like 4. Roblox Stories is like the only good Roblox experience. It is a horror game, though, so yeah, I don't tend to play horror much. Although, given that I am streaming once again, I might. Come October, I might start playing some spooky games. I don't know if horror specifically, but like I've always wanted to play Resident Evil 4. That could be a good excuse. Do plans for the spooky month, maybe. Damn it. I love it when my knees start going, in life you got Roblox, and start playing. Okay, yeah, sure. I feel like if your knees do that, you should maybe see a doctor. Perhaps. See, my knees? All my knees do is just constantly scream, "Ah, I'm in pain!" That's what my knees do. That's pretty much it. Gotta love them myalgias. least that part's getting easier. Why did it alt-tab? Why is it randomly alt-tabbing? At least it pauses when it alt-tabs. Okay, got it. We got it. I just gotta watch out for that long block. There we go. Damn it. Fine. It's not closing the game, it's just alt-tabbing randomly, and I don't know why. Literally all I am doing is pressing the X button. Oh, fuck. Might be a notification or something. But you know what? At least I have Ninomai Inanis and Mori Calliope here at my side, as evidenced in this picture. In the top left. I will channel their spirits. Ah, fuck. To beat this level. I feel like you could get to the ship part or upside down section at least. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I have no doubt that I can beat this level. It's just a matter of when. Not if. When. Damn it. That's kind of how I approach most things. I know I can do it, but it's only a matter of when, not if. Arrogant, maybe, but confidence is key to a lot of things. Okay, here we go. There we go. Ah, damn. I can't believe Ina and Callie are live reacting to this, right? Like, look at this live reaction. Oh wait, that's the wrong screen. Look at that. They're so hyped for this. And I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for your support, Ina and Callie, who definitely know who I am. I think I can count the number of times that I've typed in their chat on, like, one hand. But that's also partly due to me being mostly a VOD watcher, so, you know. It's not often that I actually catch people that I want to watch live. I am still actually watching through Ina's playthrough of Breath of the Wild, which is a fun time. Ah, right. What if I left 2 attempts easy? For real? Yes. Apparently, according to last Geometry Dash stream. Yeah, I like watching Ina play Breath of the Wild because she plays a lot like I do. She goes, "Ooh, what's that over there? I know I should be doing main story things, but..." Ah! It's a little further. You should watch me when I game too. I don't know what that means. I mean, I did lurk in that one Minecraft stream, so I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Ow. Yeah, I feel it's weird. I have this, like, I've been getting over it. VStream especially helped me get over it. But there's this like weird anxiety that I had when I first started like talking in people's chats. It was like I don't want to I don't want to annoy people, you know. I don't want to make them angry. Right? These are, if I'm talking in someone's chat, it's probably someone that, you know, I have some amount of respect for, you know. So if I'm there making their day worse, then, you know, I'm gonna feel bad about it. So, but since then I've been, I mean, I still watch what I say, but I've been trying to tiptoe into the waters of, you know, just posting stuff, you know, in the chats. It's oops. Halfway, yo. Brain just said 17. What? I've been getting over it. Holiday plays Bennett Foddy. Man, I forgot V-Stream existed. Might improve the V-Stream level. Oh, neat. And no, I'm not going to be playing Getting Over It anytime soon. I have this game if I want a game that feels like it's impossible. This game at least has good music. Also, I have beaten both Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne now, so I now have permission from myself to get okay, you can't just hold or not jump there. I have permission from myself to start another Souls-like, so I think I only have one more currently, and that's Dark Souls 2. I kind of want to play Elden Ring instead. But also, if I play Elden Ring, I would want to play probably the PS5 version. And I don't have a PS5. So, yeah. I mean, I could potentially play the PC version, but it's I assume there's a PC version anyway. I haven't actually checked. But I'm not 100% confident that my computer is strong enough to run it, let alone run it and stream it at the same time. And I'm not I just don't want to deal with a lot of the hassle that tends to come with playing a game on PC. There's a Crab Soul game. I don't know if it's good though. I've seen a lot of people playing it. I haven't actually watched any of it to see what it looks like, but it's like another Crab's Treasure, I think. I know there was a lot of people playing it. But one thing I kind of like about specifically the FromSoft Souls game, Souls-likes, as in, you know, the originals, is I like the atmosphere a lot. I actually really like games. I've learned recently that I really like games where it feels like you're alone. Like you're facing this great challenge by yourself. Right? And Souls has that. Metroid has that. There's a lot of various different games that have that. And that I just enjoy that feeling for whatever reason. So, and I feel like some of the like lighter-hearted Souls-like I assume another Crab's Treasure is, don't really have that same feel to them. That was the problem actually I had with Code Vein when I tried that out. I actually played it at, I think it was PAX 2013. I played the demo that was there. I was like, wow, this is cool. This combat's kind of Souls-like, and you know, but it's like more anime, which is neat. So then I got the game when it came out, and I played it, and I was like, it it felt more anime than I wanted it to be for that style of game. So I was like, okay. I think I ended up putting it down on one of the bosses, and I was like, yeah, I'm probably not going to play this again. So yeah, I guess I might be a little picky about my Souls-likes. And I think it might be the same way for me in Metroidvanias. Because I've played... One of the Metroidvanias I know a lot of people like is Shantae. And I played Half Genie Hero, which is kind of like less Metroidvania than most of the Shantae games, from what I hear. But I played Half Genie Hero and I got through a lot of it, but then when it asked me to like go back through the levels, I was like, I don't really wanna... Because the thing is, I didn't really know much about Shantae going into the game, so I didn't know that it was kind of Metroidvania-esque. I didn't know that I was going to have to be going back to levels, so if I had started it with that expectation, then I probably would have, paid more attention to the various things in the level that I couldn't do at any given time. And, it wouldn't have been as big of a hassle for me to go back to a level once I got new powers. But that's just not what happened. To me, it looked like just kind of a regular platformer. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll just play it like a platformer. Go through each level and then basically forget about the level I just completed. Which isn't quite how you're supposed to do it. Oh, frick. So, yeah, but also, I mean, part of it was probably that I went in with the wrong expectations, but also part of it, I think, might have been it didn't have that same atmosphere that, say, Metroid Dread or Super Metroid had. Because, those are both things that I played somewhat recently on the internet. Because those games have that feeling of like, yep, you are doing this alone. There's a problem, you have to fix it yourself. And Shantae has kind of a little bit more of that feel of like, okay, I got a thing, let me go back to town and talk to someone who will probably have a solution to get me to move forward. And I don't like that structure as much. I feel like I can call that maybe like the Zelda structure. Because certain Zelda games are rife with that idea. And I still like those games, but I don't necessarily like that part of those games. Oh god, that reminds me of Link's Awakening. Because I played the DX version on YouTube. Or not DX version, but the remake version. I played Link's Awakening remake on my channel, and there's that whole, probably my least favorite, it was a good game, I enjoyed it, but probably my least favorite part was that whole trade quest, where it's like, no, you don't move forward by, testing your skills or wit or anything, you move forward by knowing who to talk to at any given point, which is, I mean, I'm not saying that's not fun for some people, but it's not as fun for me, I think. And I didn't, hate that part of it. It's just, I got stuck at that part because I was like, wait, I got a new tool, but it's not the thing I need to progress? Or, I have to talk to someone? I don't know. Now that I think about it, that actually... Zelda is kind of potentially a progenitor. Well, I mean, the progenitor is probably pen and paper RPGs, but as far as video games go, Zelda actually did that really early, because Zelda 2, another game I played on YouTube, there are parts where you have to go to town and talk to a specific person. Whoop, that frame drop killed me there. There are parts where you have to go to town and talk to a specific person. Oh god, excuse me. To talk to a specific person to get certain spells that you need to progress. And that game is even more obtuse about it, but I managed to figure it out. With only a little help from a guide. So... that was I mean, I still consider Zelda 2 a fun game, but that was probably kind of where it started in the Zelda, as far as the Zelda games are concerned. Because Zelda 1, I don't remember having anything like that. Okay, I gotta head to sleep. Now beat it in 2 attempts for real. Right. Night, Riku. Attempt 50, you heard it here. Or 49, I guess, because this would be the first one. See, now I just gotta pay attention. I'm just gonna get it. I'm just gonna get the whole thing now. Boop, boop. Here we go. And we're getting further than usual. Okay. We died. Alright, alright. You try again. Yeah. Trying to think. I mean... Alright, so let's think about my favorite game franchise, which is Pokemon. I'm trying to think how often they have you do that in Pokemon. I know early Pokemon did it every once in a while. Actually, probably more than once in a while. In fact, most of the HMs you get from people in Pokemon. But I also kind of feel like it's a little different for kind of more JRPG styled games. Action RPGs, I think it's less of a it's less, I don't want to say acceptable, but it's got more of an impact on how much fun I have, I would say. But turn-based stuff, like turn-based JRPG sort of stuff, I don't think it's as much of an issue. But maybe that's just because I'm conditioned in those games by Pokemon, probably, just to talk to everyone anyway. So, the recent Pokemon, you don't really need to do that. Yeah, I think since they got rid of the HMs, you don't really need to. They make it pretty obvious. Of course, up until Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon was getting kind of more and more and more linear, so... Frick. How do I always lose on that one? I mean, not always, but frequently. Also, I think that was the attempt I was supposed to do it. Well, damn. Yeah, Pokemon definitely does it. Because it's like... Let me think. So, in Red and Blue, where do you get cut? You get cut from the Cut Master on the SSN. But I feel like they make it pretty... Well, I guess it's not that obvious. It's hard for me to say because these are games that I've been playing for, you know, the past 23 years. But yeah, I'm trying to think of like... No, because you also have the Snorlax blocking you. So it's not really obvious that cut is what you need to move on. I mean, there are multiple NPCs that will tell you, oh, the ship has a cut master on board that lets you cut small trees. And if you see the small tree up by Cerulean City, then you can put 2 and 2 together. But yeah, I guess Pokemon does have that problem too. It's just because I played it early, it kind of conditioned me for those types of games to just figure that stuff out. But for action RPGs like Zelda, not as much. I don't know. I guess it doesn't bother me in stuff like Pokemon, but well, actually, no. Now that I think about it, if they did that in a modern Pokemon game, I probably would have a slightly more of a problem with it. Of course, I mean, the modern Pokemon games are, I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna make someone mad saying this, but I'm gonna say it. The modern Pokemon games are obviously better than the old ones. Like, they're better designed, no doubt. So, they wouldn't really do that sort of thing without making it obvious, like, hey, you have to go here. And in fact, nowadays, they arguably hold your hand too much in Pokemon. So, except for Scarlet Violet. Scarlet Violet's great. I mean, yes, the intro is arguably too long, but I would say arguably because we're actually setting up characters in the intro to this game, and that setup has payoff. So, yeah. Yep. And then yeah, I'm thinking back to like 7th gen, whereas like the whole game is basically a straight line. There's really nothing to explore off the main path. Kind of same with, honestly, ever since 5th gen probably, is where it became very obvious where you need to go in a Pokemon game. Because you kind of just had one direction the whole time. Because in 5th gen, you're basically just going clockwise around the map. You start at the bottom and you go clockwise. In 6th gen, it's pretty much the same thing, except you've just got little loops off of Lumio City that you do. In 7th gen, it's basically just a straight line. 8th gen is once again basically just a straight line. Granted, there's the wild area, which makes things a little more fun, but and then 9th gen is an open world, so we love 9th gen. I want to say Gen 4 is best, but I haven't played the newer games, plus I'm biased. Gen 2 Remakes is my childhood, and Chikorita is my baby. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are fantastic games, I will say that. I also have fond memories of both Gen 2 and the Gen 2 remakes. I mean, I gotta go with Cyndaquil personally, but Chikorita is awesome as well. But yeah, Gen 4 was good. My only gripe about Gen 4 is just the speed. And it's something people have said before, but when you get to the end game and you run into that Blissey and you hit it with, I don't know, close combat, and you have time to make a cup of coffee and a bag of popcorn while you're waiting for the health bar to go down, it's a little yeah. And also, I would argue there's potentially too much backtracking in Gen 4. Oops, I shouldn't have started because I wanted to adjust my position. There's a lot of backtracking in Gen 4 too, but I mean, Team Galactic is cool, the Pokemon are cool, and the Gen 2 remakes are better versions of games that were already good. So yeah. I have no qualms with Gen 4. Well, not no qualms, but I enjoy it. Whoa, frames, please. Computer is getting a little worked up here. Damn it. Fernip use close combat, waits 40 seconds, Blissey lives at red, enemy use full restore. Yep. Yep. Although Gen 4 did give us probably the coolest champion ever, aside from me, obviously. Cynthia. She is... what a perfect champion, right? Because she's not, like, malicious or anything, but she is intimidating, right? Like, she's there from the start of your journey, basically. And she's like, hey, I'm checking out stuff. How's it going? And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about her that just makes her so goddamn intimidating. But when you eventually get to fight her, it's like, oh my god, I am going to die. And don't even get me started on Undella Town in Gen 5. Just walk into this random ass house and she's like, oh, hey, want a battle? It's like, oh god, what did I walk into? Oh no. Talk about your freaking surprise death. Jiminy Cricket. That was wild. Like, it just feels like it comes out of nowhere, and you're just like, oh god, we're fighting Cynthia now. What you get for walking into random NPC houses, I guess. Yeah, God forbid you forget to heal your Pokemon going into Undella Town. Pokemon occasionally does those things where, like, they definitely didn't need to do this, but this is actually pretty neat. Like, the other thing that came to mind when I was talking about Cynthia and Undella Town is that one building in Lumiose that's empty, and you can go upstairs, you can go up the elevator in the building, and you walk in, and suddenly there's this girl that comes out of the elevator, and she's not really walking as much as she is floating, and she just kind of like floats by you, and she goes, no, you're not the one, and then just kind of disappears, and you're like, what the and they never explain it. They never explain what was going on there. It's really it's something. It's really something, you know? Yeah, some things like that, you know? I feel like to a lesser extent, there's stuff like, I think it was just Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but Red and Blue showing up at that game's equivalent of the Battle Tower, and they're like older and stuff. It's like, oh, cool. Oh, freaking Red on top of Mount Silver. How could I forget? It's like, yeah, he didn't need to be there, but it's so cool that they put that in. Like, hey, you know your previous player character? Well, here he is. And he is the hardest fight you will have in the entire game. That's cool. Ah, frick. Gen 6 is really something? It is. In a number of ways. Like, that was one of the cool things that Gen 6 did. But there are also some not as cool things. Like, can we talk about Team Flare? Why? Why? I feel like there has never been a bigger disconnect. And an unintentional one at that, more or less, between, you know, evil organization boss and evil organization members. Because Team Flare was literally like, all the grunts are like, yeah, we love fashion. And then Lysander is like, yeah, I'm just gonna kill everyone. It's like, huh? How does this... what? How did this happen? How did... what? Also, not to mention that Lysander's plot is basically the same as Cyrus's. Yep, Flare is one of the evil villains of all time, indeed. Yeah, yeah. Also, Lysander just kind of looks goofy. Like, he looks like Zamazenta before Zamazenta existed. Which is weird. Like a human Zamazenta. Also, I feel like they tried to do the Cynthia again with Diantha in Gen 6, and it didn't work. You meet her like once, and it's like, okay, there's a lady here who's just kind of like talking with the bad guy who she somehow doesn't know is the bad guy. I will say the Looker stuff was good in Gen 6. I liked the Looker storyline. It's a shame we haven't seen him again since, but then again, given how that ends, I mean, you know, kind of makes some amount of sense. Ah, damn it. Isn't it wild to think that Looker might have existed as far back as Gen 1? But yeah, Gen 6 just... Team Flare was kind of disappointing. The lack of post-game was kind of disappointing. It was also the first time that they didn't have some sort of like quote-unquote third version. We never got Pokemon Z, except now we're getting Legends Z A. Oops. So I guess kind of, sort of, maybe. Also wild that they skipped Gen 5. They're like, okay, we're gonna make Legends Arceus and BDSP. What came after Sinnoh? Oh, that's right, Kalos. Yeah, Kalos. That was next. Guys, come on. You can't do Unova dirty like that. Oh, I'm sure the Gen 5 remakes will come out eventually. Eventually. Damn it. I want them. I want the Gen 5 remakes, damn it. Like, I'll take Gen 6, but... Gen 5, though. Gen 5... Ow. Gen 5, though. That is... Aside from Gen 9, Gen 5 is my favorite generation. Just because... I feel like that's where they... That's the closest that Pokemon has ever gotten, like classic Pokemon has ever gotten, to a perfect Pokemon game was Gen 5. Like, yes, there were some issues, very few, I would argue, but Gen 5 was just, the Pokemon were great. The idea to basically not have any old Pokemon in it for the first two games, love that as a longtime fan. But it still had the national dex once you beat the game, so that was cool. there was post game, which is neat. Cool multiplayer features. Oh man, cool Pokemon, cool characters, except for Hugh. We can ignore Hugh, right? Hugh can yeah, let's just ignore Hugh. Vicus204, hey, thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. Nice to see you all here. I'm just playing as a square in a triangle's world, you know? Trying not to do that. Thank you for the raid. Yeah, I am to give an actual explanation of what I'm doing. I'm trying to just play through the normal levels of this game, because I haven't played much of this game. I'm probably on like my 6th or 7th hour of it. So yeah. Hey, by the way, I'm ExtraHoliday. I'm a normal human VTuber. And I play games like this sometimes. And I talk about Pokemon a lot, which is what we were just talking about. Because I also play a lot of Pokemon. It's always that one. Always that one that I jump on and I'm not supposed to jump on. Ow. Why did I... What am I doing? What? You know, maybe I can blame the raid. Yeah, how dare you raid me? You've distracted me, so now I can't play the game as efficiently. No, as I previously discussed, I actually potentially play better when I'm distracted, so... Particularly with games like this, where it's committing things to muscle memory. What? Okay. Yeah, I was told by my mod friend that this level is potentially going to be a roadblock for me. So we'll see if I can finish it before stream end. Gotten about halfway. It's the best I've done, but I think with persistence, actually I know with persistence, I will get this eventually. Damn it. But not like that. Unfortunate. Okay. There we go. Indeed. Yeah, yeah, we were just talking about all the different Pokemon generations and which ones are our favorite, what we didn't like about various ones. For the record, my favorite is Gen 9, but Gen 5 is a close second. And I was kind of gushing about that. Yeah. Gen 6 is my least favorite. I still like it, but it's not as good as the others, I think. Ow. I think at one point I thought I could get on top of that block, but that proves that you can't. And I guess I had this thought the other day. When Legends Arceus came out, I considered it a core Pokemon game. I know a lot of people didn't, but I did. Just because it has... To me, it has the core of, you know, catch Pokemon, battle Pokemon sort of idea. Anything that has that, I feel like, is at least a strong candidate for being considered a core Pokemon game. Part of the core series, to put it another way. However, now that Legends ZA is going to be coming out, I guess I have to consider it a different series. Because clearly, given the naming, they want this to be a separate series. Otherwise, they wouldn't be calling it Pokemon Legends. They just call it like Pokemon ZA or something. So, I guess technically, even though mechanically, I would still consider it part of the core series, I feel like it's not now because yeah, clearly there is now a Pokemon Legends series that exists. I guess you could call it a sub-series, because I mean there are also spin-off series, right? Like, you know, Pokemon Snap and Stadium and all those sorts of games. Masters EX, which is definitely not Pokemon Master Sex. So yeah, I think you could consider Legends a sub-series of the core Pokemon series, or you could consider it a separate series. And I think, to me, it kind of makes more sense to consider it a separate series, even though it is similar enough to the core for me to consider it a core game. That's another reason, actually, why I consider the Let's Go games to be core, where I don't consider Pokemon Go to be core. I mean, I guess Pokemon Go does have catching and battling, but I think the fact that it's an AR game kind of disqualifies it. Not that there's anything wrong with AR games, but you're not really moving around a virtual space. You're moving around a real space playing a virtual game. So I think Go is too different to be considered a core Pokemon game. But Let's Go, really the only difference between Let's Go and, you know, a standard Pokemon Yellow remake is that the catching mechanic is different. That's it. You still fight trainers. You're still going through Kanto collecting 8 badges to get to the Elite Four. So, I honestly would consider Let's Go a core game. Of course, they could prove me wrong and make... Honestly, here's the weird thing. Even if they made, like, Let's Go Pichu and Togepi or whatever, you know, some sort of Gen 2 form of Let's Go, I don't feel like I would consider Let's Go a different series than... Well, I mean, it would be a different series, kind of, but it wouldn't feel like it... It would still feel like part of the core series to me, even if they did make another set of Let's Go games. So... I don't know what the difference is between that and Arceus. Maybe because Let's Go are remakes. That could be it. And whereas Arceus is its own original story. And I presume that ZA will be as well. I don't suspect that they're going to call it Pokemon Legends ZA and then be like, oh, surprise, it's actually just the Gen 6 remakes. That would be weird. Or, you know, the Gen 6 remakes with Legends mechanics. That would also be weird. Although maybe they would, after, you know, what people were saying about BDSP. Or maybe they'll be like, yeah, we're not outsourcing the remakes anymore again. Game Freak, you're pulling double duty. You know, you kind of already were, but, yeah. It's, yeah, it's interesting. I look forward to what the Pokemon franchise has in store in the future, but for now, there are some questions unanswered. But that is a-okay with me. I like to have a little bit of mystery in my life. Okay. I don't know why. Something about this part of the level is really aesthetically pleasing to me. If not easy. So... Whoop. It's okay. We got this. We got this. We'll definitely beat this sometime soon, right? For sure. I mean, Riku's not here, so we have to, right? Damn it. Maybe the black and white aesthetic? I would be down for that. Yeah. Or, no. You mean in this game, right? Yeah, I mean, it could just be that it's, you know, the simple black and white. No, doesn't have the gradients that the rest of the level, like, has. Okay. So, let's see. Okay. There we go. Yeah, see, this is so simple. Oh, yeah, and then they have the blue chains that kind of fade into the black. That's a cool look, I think. Ow. I was busy thinking about the blue chains. They're also blue here. Now, stop. Stop failing me. Wow. I am certainly doing a thing. Certainly. At least this part I feel like I've got down. That's neat. We're mostly just handling this part, or learning this part, I should say. Damn. It's fine. Alrighty. You know, talking about Pokemon reminds me of the other franchise about monsters that ends in Mon, which I try not to talk about too much because I feel like if I do talk about it, it will raise questions about certain series that I've made. But I also like Digimon. And I wish I had the gall to play more Digimon, both on YouTube and on this channel. Because those games are fun too. Like, and I would argue that at least in the early days, the Digimon anime is better than Pokemon anime. Especially if we're talking about Tamers, because Tamers is great. Yeah, there are a lot of real good Digimon games that I want to play, but I've kind of told myself, no, you can't do that till you get episode 2 out there. Which is not impossible. Most of the work is just on my end. Ow. Honestly, the lines are recorded. Except for mine. And potentially one other person's. Oh god. Frames, please. Never died there before. It is... I've said before, it's on the back burner. And it... who knows how long it will be there. I think this is what the term indefinite hiatus is for, but people hear indefinite hiatus and they just kind of assume it means it'll never come back. Because a lot of the times it does. But I do fully plan on making episode 2. You know, I told myself when I made episode 1 that if I was going to make one episode, I was going to make the whole series, or I was going to, you know, finish the series. Right? So, I do plan on doing it. It's just gonna take a while. And you know what? It's only been 8 years. Maurice raving for 10 minutes too. Oh no. The funny thing is, I could actually make a better version of that video, because I don't think I looped it perfectly. And if I did, it would be Maurice raving for 20 minutes, actually. It is weird how many views that video has. Like, seriously. How does that have more views than almost any video on my Let's Play channel? It's literally just a loop. And that's the other thing. That's actually, I would like to make more like shitpost type stuff like that. But the only place I can think to put that would be on my quote-unquote main channel. Which is the one where, you know, people are currently waiting for Digibridge 2 to come out. Wait, are you talking about? But no, I was not talking about Maurice raving 2. I was talking about Digibridge Tamers. I guess I did mention it earlier when I was talking about the various kinds of editing experience I have. That's the thing about Digibridge, it's a lot of editing. And I wouldn't... Me being me, I don't know that I'd trust anyone else to do it. Unless, you know, I had someone whose work I'd seen and been like, yeah, that's great. Like, I had the wild thought at one point, it's like, oh, what if, like, one of TFS's editors... Oh, hey, new spot. What if, like, one of TFS's editors was like, hey, I'll edit this for you? I'd be like, hell yeah. To be fair, it was the old age of the internet. Those types of vids reign supreme. That's true. And you know YouTube, once something gets going, they just keep pushing it. More and more and more. Which is why the hard part is the getting going part. Oh, okay. That was a stupid video I made. But it didn't take me long. It took me like 20 minutes to make that 10-minute video. At most. Easy views, I guess. Can't remember, didn't I make that before or after Digibridge? Because if I made it before, that might be the reason why Digibridge has so many views. Ah, frick. Man, oh man. 'Twas another time. Bah. Yeah, it's so simple, this aesthetic. It's so easy to read. Before, 3 years before. Okay, so it would have been 2013. That makes sense. Yeah, because then... Yeah, because 2013 was the year I graduated high school. It was like, hey, I have editing software now. I can make stupid things. And someone showed me the original Maurice raving video. It's like, ah, I can loop this. And I did. Not well, but I did. And then people started watching it. And then I guess that got me enough watch time that when I made Digibridged, people were like, hey, cool. What's unfortunate to me about episode 1 of Digibridged, though, aside from, lack of production quality in certain places, cough, cough, microphone quality, is there are comments on that video that I can only assume are made by people who think that that video is the actual show, which I try to make clear that it's not, because I don't want to. I don't want people making that mistake, especially if the people who actually own Digimon want to make a fuss about it, which they kind of already did. They put ads on the video, so if you see ads on that video, it's not me, it's them. But yeah, it's people. There are apparently people out there who think that's the original video, which it is not, or the original show. And that, I'm not trying to deceive anyone, right? I don't want people to believe that it's the original show. So it disheartens me, you could say. Whew, that was scary. I didn't think I was going to get that. I got this. Ah, shit. Oh, nice. Don't you have a disclaimer in the first few seconds of the vid that it's not the official show? Yeah, I do. But my guess is, some people are like ESL and stuff, and so they don't know, right? Maybe they don't understand what's being said at the start. But yeah, the disclaimer is there. It's the following is a fan-based parody. Digimon is owned by blah 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 blah. But also, I think part of the problem is the fact that Bandai actually put ads on my video kind of makes it seem more like it's the original, like seem more official. Because I checked it at one point, the ads that were playing on that video were like ads for actual Digimon toys. So it's like they're actually kind of not helping in that department. So, yeah. I mean, I could get why they would want to put their own ads on that video rather than someone else's, rather than just claiming the ad revenue, but they potentially made a problem for themselves that, I could end up paying for, potentially. I don't know, maybe it's just them unofficially hiring me. And I just haven't been doing my job for the past 8 years. Damn. Oh no, right? It's a little spooky to have official ads on a parody. Like, I make a joke about Takato peeing himself. Like, that's maybe I don't know if that's the brand image you want, but maybe it is. But I mean, I think it's I think that's maybe one of the funnier jokes in the first episode. But oh well. Corpo's gonna do what Corpo's gonna do. Damn it. Oop. Okay. Well. Yeah. Think maybe we get to attempt 200. And that might be where I call the stream, because I can kind of feel my voice wearing out, and I still have recording to do tonight. So, yeah. Gonna be potentially some extra raspy episodes of Pokemon Pinball, but you know, whatever. Oh, too early. 169, nice. But only one? I feel like I made quite a big mistake in making Digibridge Tamers Episode 1 mostly by myself. Because of course I have other voice actors there too, but like I wrote the script myself, I edited it all by myself. And I feel like, you know, if this were a group project, I would have been significantly more likely to actually continue with it, right? If I had someone I knew who was, you know, holding me accountable for keeping the stuff going. But that was that point in my life that I was talking about earlier where, you know, I was in college and I was pretty much just in my room 100% of the time. Not only that, I kind of disconnected from my previous friend group, so I didn't really have a lot of people to talk to or let alone work with. So I really can't blame anyone but myself for that, because that was just me being not antisocial necessarily. Whoops. Yeah, doing it solo just sounds hard. Right. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, that's I just didn't really have anyone else. I mean, yes, I could have probably reached out in a number of ways. Because if you didn't know, that episode was originally supposed to be an entry in the Tenkaichi Iron Man Budokai Abridge-a-thon, which was held by Team 4-Star back in the day, which was a sort of contest to see who of TFS's fans could make the best episode of an abridged series. And I didn't get mine done in time, but because it was basically done by the time the deadline came around, or by the time the deadline passed, I was like, okay, might as well finish it. So yeah, I could have theoretically connected to people through that and talked to them and been like, hey, you want to help me with this? Or can I help you with your abridged thing? Or, you know, and that would have been useful, but yeah, my mind was on other things at the time. Gasp. At Tiba, I'm guessing. Yeah, but I think going forward with Digibridged, I think I would want at least someone to help me write it. Would be nice to also have someone as a vocal director too, because I don't like doing directing. But for now, it's just me. It's just me. Like I want to keep the editing to myself because there are all sorts. I like editing actually, and there are all sorts of little. I like to add all sorts of little tweaks in post, and of course I want to partially write it because I do actually have a story in mind that is not exactly the same as the original story. But yeah, it's just writing by yourself is hard, especially writing stuff that's supposed to be funny. And yeah, I don't like directing, you know. It could also be nice to have people to gather resources for me, whatever. I mean, I'm not trying to recruit people right now, but wait. There we go. The good part of this level. Ha ha ha. Damn it. Alright. Oh, frick. When are these notifications on my phone? I'm getting... Oh, new follower on YouTube. Or not YouTube, Twitter. Cool. Thank you, new follower. I forgot to check your actual name, but thank you. You probably know who you are. Yeah. Abridged is... It's a thing. It's a thing. There's potential there, but me being the one to draw it out by myself, whoop, frames dropped. I don't know. Ow. Well, it's fine. Nobody watches a bridge series anymore anyway. It's not like there's a whole subsection of YouTube still out there or anything. I mean, it's true that they aren't as popular, I think. But they're still neat. I know a lot of the big players aren't doing it, although arguably the progenitor of the genre, not even arguably, the progenitor of the genre is still doing it. Little Karibo is still making episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. So that's cool. We love to see it. It is wild, because I think it was the first episode came out in like 2006. Man's been working on it for 18 years. The show, not the first episode. That would be wild. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah. Ah, frick. I got too into the music. Seems like he's determined to finish the series. Which is neat, because I never actually watched all the way through the original Yu-Gi-Oh! I got to the part where they went to the virtual world, and that was kind of where I stopped until GX. And then GX, I got like a couple seasons in and then stopped. Apparently 5Ds is good. Jacob has told me that. And he actually likes 5Ds, which is cool. As absurd as the idea of card games on motorcycles is. But hey, well, you know, maybe I'll get around to watching it, perhaps. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is another one of them franchises that has been around for me for quite a while. Doesn't quite hold the same staying power for me personally as Pokemon does, but I especially am not as much of a fan of the card game anymore because what I've seen of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta currently is either win on turn 1 or lose. Well, and that just doesn't sound very fun to me. Yeah, I guess that's how it is. I still keep my eye out for Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. You know, when I'm in Walmart, and I'm looking at Pokemon cards, I still, you know, those decks with the Egyptian theme to them still catch my eye. Yeah, frick. Alright, 2 more tries. What was my highest? It was like 70%, I think. You know, they say, apparently, if you do something, if you're like trying to learn something, that it's best to like do it for a while and then sleep. Because when you sleep, I guess your memories are consolidated. So, in this case, perhaps, you know, next time I come back to this level, because I'm going to go ahead and assume that I'm not going to beat it in the next 2 tries, maybe next time I'll do better, just for having slept. 73%, new best. Man. 199. Okay. Maybe that's all I need to beat this level is just sleep, you know? That could be it. Also, I just realized I probably should take my meds after stream. Been a hot sec. Yep. Now that I think about it, I'm kind of starting to feel it. So, yeah, that's probably another reason to call stream after this next attempt. I have drugs to do, turns out. Okay, last try. Full focus for this one. I'm too antsy. I'm too antsy when I go full focus. Okay, that's it. That is all for today. I would love to stream longer, but I have drugs to do. It's true! Like, I'm not lying. I do have drugs to do. Is that a problem, or? Yeah, I think so. Anywho, yeah, we're gonna call the stream here. Because reasons. I they're prescription, okay? They're prescription, and I'm using them in the way prescribed. Are we good? We're good. Good night. Yes, good night, Ina. Good night, Mayoshi. We will potentially play more Geometry Dash next time. We'll see. Might be Geometry Dash, might be Minecraft, might be something entirely different. Who knows? But as for this stream, that's a wrap.